I'm having a self-pity party. My soul is crying today in pain of emotions and feelings of that I'm no good, unworthy of love, doing wrong, no matter how I try and want the best for you. My life, to this point, I did it all wrong. I could have, should have, would have, on and on and on. I'm feeling so alone in my thoughts. And it's COVID time. No place to go or be. I just need to take a breath and just breathe. These feelings shall pass, and I just need to breathe through these moments. I'm having a life moment right now, and life is going moment by moment as my ego mind is having a field day. I'm watching the ego mind's thoughts, the self talk, and those stories with no beginning, no end, and running through all the drama, all the options, the good, the bad, the negatives, the positives, the gifts, circling round and round with no answers. Just need to breathe, watch my thoughts, let it run its course that it wants to do. And as I'm doing it, the tears are pouring down my face, and it's okay. I'm saying to myself as I'm seeing the story, it's okay to cry. It's okay to have emotions. It's okay to have these feelings. It's good. Get it all out. See things that you haven't seen. Take in what others have said, whether you believe in what they've said or not, whether they were nice or mean or critical. I'm watching all of it go, and I just need to breathe and take a breath. And the tears are pouring down my face. And the stories, that ego mind, that self talking, it could be nasty, it could be critical, it could be mean, it also could be loving, caring, and supportive. But in the end, the ego mind has no solution. It just goes. And I'm just going to let it run. It sees things that maybe I don't want to see or admit to or acknowledge. That's why all these feelings and emotions are coming up. And the more they come and the more I feel it, the more the tears. And it's okay. It's my way of processing. It's my way of releasing these emotions. I don't do these pity parties often. They're actually really rare. Today was a day. As I'm sitting down to write Lisa on the Go magazine, I wanted to write an article, and all these feelings and emotions came up, so I went with it, turned on the video, and here we are. Okay, I need to take a breath, breathe in peace, breathe out the turmoiling emotions, breathe in the peace, breathe out the turmoil emotions. Shut the video. Just concentrate on my breath, breathing in love, support, caring, positive emotions, and breathe out the anger, turmoil, negativity, he said, she said, drama. The video is off. The video is back on. Now I take the time to listen within to my spiritual heart. It's telling me I'm imperfect. And I'm laughing and grinning to myself in the moment because, at least on the girls' world, I am imperfect in my world means I'm perfect. Every moment is perfect. We are where we are to be and experiencing what we are. Now I take the time to contemplate in this moment, and what is this moment, the self-pity party mean for me? Moment by moment, minute by minute. Ah, release. Oh, okay. I'm feeling better. The ego mind is now done, done, done. The issues I had on the back burner contemplating, letting it be, and it just brewed on and on and on, and it boiled over. And all these emotions came up, and as I'm sitting here and I'm ready to write to be Lisa on the Go magazine and figuring out what I want to post today, I have a pity party. It's rare. It's good. There's other ways when I'm feeling down or sad or having a moment. I don't usually have moments where I cry. You guys got me on a really good day because these are so few and far between in my life. Usually, when I have a moment and I want the ego mind to run and I'm okay, I'm okay whether I'm crying or not, I'll take a walk. I'll call a BFF, a friend. I'll yell and scream in a pillow. I'll take a bath. I'll go for a massage. I'll write for Lisa on the Go magazine. Or I eat something like really good. And these are the ways that, I process, but obviously the emotions and the feelings around this particular day, it got to me. It's okay. So I sat, I did it with you, and I cried. I'm good. I breathe in, I breathe out. I got it. Most important for me is the tools and activities. There's so many for me to choose with because of the Lisa on the Go magazine and the tools and activities that I have or bringing forth. So I know more than you do right now because they're not all out, right? And I have them written down and in my mind of how I do my healing. It's how I bring it to you. The number one I go to is the Lisa method. The number two I go to in a moment like this, I read my affirmations. And I have an awesome webinar, How to Write Your Own. I ask you questions, you answer them, you have your affirmations. They're great to have to reaffirm who you are and who you want to be. And in a moment like this, reading your affirmations and the Lisa method. And then I'll use the other tools and activities on the magazine that resonates for me in the moment, situation, event, or the occurrence. I'm feeling much better now. I'm okay. Everything's good. Everything's fine. I am now quiet and within my heart. And now I ask myself, what do I what do I want to change from this experience? Actually, how am I feeling? And do I want to change anything? And the answer is yes. Okay, in this moment, all the emotions, the feelings, going through the ego, self talk, and the stories, no beginning, no end, right? I'm now really quiet. I bring it into my heart. And for this particular point of where I'm at, and then I'm processing, yeah, I'll make changes in my life. And making the changes is by taking an action because I want to be in my peace. I'll just accept doing, it's a different perception. I'll do it differently. I'll take, taking an action changes my feelings to being what feels right for me. I don't want drama, so this is what I do for me to be drama free and keeping my inner peace. The feeling that I'm back on my road, on my own path, is where I want to be. Nothing is more important than my inner peace and drama free. It's priceless for me. What was this particular self pity party about? A couple of things that have come up in the past few weeks. More situations or events that actually came around and had me seeing things differently that I could no longer resist, and it was time to acknowledge. Just came to a point, and I had the emotions, and they overwhelmed me. So I'm sitting here and I'm talking through it to myself while talking to you. Never done this before. I hope this is helping you too. All the issues I had resisted until it slowly threw me into this pity party and what is mine to own and what isn't mine, and reflecting on the past of what I could let go of and willing to let go of. I am only responsible for me. You know what makes me change is moments like this. When someone comes up to me and gives me their opinion, interpretation, they're critical, they think they're so right and they just know everything about me, I rarely will change in an instant or in a moment like that, and I think most of us don't. Most of us will change in a moment like this, having a self pity party, where the emotions and the feelings get so intense for us, or something happens and we just see it from a different viewpoint, or we see the pattern, or it keeps coming up, and we're like, okay, this is enough. I'm not doing it this way anymore. What can I do differently so I'm having my inner peace and drama free? That's when I tend to make a change, not what others say or do or take in action. It's very hard to learn. We have others to give us feedback in a loving, caring, supportive way. But when the feedback is negative, angry, it kind of like feels like you're getting pushed against a wall, that's where I'm just going to squirm out and forgive myself for being in that situation and how not to put yourself in that situation. I learned from a moment like this, having the self pity party, going quietly within, reviewing, having everything come up, have the ego mind twist it, circle it, spin it around, right? And it gives me the good, the bad, and the difference. It rationalizes, it doesn't. But the ego mind never gives an answer. So I bring it all up like I do now, and then I just breathe and I just let it go. Just let it go. So when I'm done with this, Tucker and I'll be going for a long walk. And I'll look at the trees and just smell the fresh air and take my mind off of it. Why? Because from everything from my ego mind, it comes down into my spiritual heart. And this is when I'll get the answers for me. The actions that I will want to take and do to bring me my inner peace. The first thing I actually like to do in this moment is the Lisa method, and then reading my affirmations, and then recalling and using the other tools and activities by the Lisa on the Go magazine that I know of, that you don't, because I'm months ahead of time of, what has worked for me or doesn't work for me or resonates for me. I mean, Lisa on the Go didn't just wake up one morning and go, okay, here we go. We're going to just, here's the tool and activities. No, this has been over a lifetime what has worked. Because not one spirituality or healing modality will work for me every time. It's different modalities, the different feelings, the way I've changed, the way I've grown. It's just different. So I change. I have, different healing ways for the moment of where I am and where I want to be. But nothing's more important than my inner peace and drama free. It's priceless for me. So taking action to change my feelings, to change the way I'm doing things, this is when I make the change. And I'm feeling I'm back on my road, on my own path, and that is where I am to be. Answers will come in, and that's what puts me back on my road and my path. It can happen now, it can happen in a few days from now. So I hope this helped you because it obviously helped me to release and change and do something differently. So I am continuing to grow because you inspire me and I hope to empower you. You have a great day. Love, laughter, and peace. Stay safe. Lisa on the go.